Hi, in this episode we're talking about disposal of fish carcasses. When we learned to pray, the Lord started answering our prayers for our daily bread, our daily fish and beyond, and we started catching a lot of fish. Pretty soon we encountered the challenges with disposing of the fish carcasses. I mean, you clean the fish, maybe you fillet them, maybe you prepare them some other way, but you're left with this leftover schmutz. And so we've developed different ways, depending on the circumstances, for disposing of the carcasses. Our favorite approach is oftentimes there's a fish cleaning station at or near the boat ramp. And the fish cleaning station almost always has a custom or a disposal method, a place to put them. Sometimes it's throwing them back in the water. Sometimes it's putting them down little chutes where they're composted. Whatever it may be, keeping them at the fish cleaning station and disposing them over there is certainly the easiest. But sometimes maybe you're tired when you get back from fishing and you just want to keep them on ice overnight and clean them the next day. That's fine. Maybe there's no fish cleaning station and you need to clean them at home or some other place anyway, and that's fine too. But then, what do you do with the carcasses? These are great raccoon bait. We have shot coyotes coming in to feed on the fish carcasses and so on. So if you're in a rural location, nothing wrong with just throwing them in the woods a good distance from the house where they won't attract too many bugs or where the family doesn't have to smell them. But if that's not available to you, the other thing that we've done with some regularity is we'll just put these in a container or in a bag until garbage day. And when we put them in the garbage can on garbage day, they're still frozen, so they haven't been sitting in the garbage can all week, sort of stinking everything up. But that requires a little room in the freezer, and maybe your freezer space, you don't want to buy another freezer just to do that, or there's more valuable things in the freezer than fish carcasses. And for me, it's the ice for going fishing the next time. So one of the things I've started doing lately is I put the carcasses in a big Rubbermaid container like this, as a nice big striper, and they kind of fold up. Once you have most of the meat off, it's not too hard to fit them into a smaller space. And I'll put the lid on, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in my ice chest, and I keep my ice chest cold almost all the time during the fishing season. So the ice chest is sitting in the boat cold because I've learned that I can buy less ice by keeping it cold all the time, and I hope to make an upcoming video showing you some details about how I do that. But the ice chest is cold, so I'm just going to go put this in the boat in the ice chest. The next time I go fishing, I'm just going to throw them back in the water. Now check your local laws for however you're disposing them, if you're throwing them in the backyard, if you're throwing them back in the water, whatever the case may be. But it is ecologically sound to put fish back into the place where you caught them from. You can't transfer diseases, so I wouldn't put them in a different body of water. But if you fish the same place all the time, put them in the same body of water that you caught them from, and they will just break down. And the stuff that eats dead fish, is kind of programmed. Every ecosystem has its disposal mechanism for animals that die in that ecosystem, and that includes all your fishing places. The nutrients will go back to the bottom of the food chain. Crawfish or crabs or other crustaceans, pinfish, whatever it may be, will start eating on them, and that biomass will work its way back up the food chain. So once you learn to pray, you'll be catching a lot more fish, and so you'll need to figure out how to dispose of your fish carcasses, and these are some ideas.